Hello, everyone. My name's Doc, your host for All Things Healing, and not too terribly long ago, my main YouTube channel surpassed a whopping 5,000 subscribers. There were a couple delays in getting this video out because I had some other projects I wanted to prioritize first, but it is finally time to celebrate this achievement with you guys, the community that helped me get here. So, I thought it'd be a fun idea to answer some of y'all's questions, whether it be questions that I get asked commonly on stream or in videos, questions that you guys have DM'd me about or asked in the Discord server. I wanted to take some time to answer these in honor of you guys. So, let's start with the first question. What is your favorite class in ESO and why? Well, a lot of you guys probably already know, and it's no secret that my main and favorite class is the Templar. As to why? Well, from a visual and lore standpoint, I would say that the Templar fits most closely to like a cleric or paladin class found in other games, and whether it be in Baldur's Gate, tabletop D&D, Dark Souls, or pretty much any game that lets me, I've always played as a cleric or something adjacent to it. Then, from a gameplay standpoint, I just really fell in love with the simplicity and generalist nature of Templar healing. It's very comfortable, it's good in a lot of situations, and to me, it's just a lot of fun, honestly. There are many more reasons, but those are the main ones. Let's move on to the next question. What makes you want to be a healer? Why not a tank or damage dealer? Well, my being a healer in everything playstyle was something that I was doing even prior to starting to play ESO, so when I started ESO, I already knew that I wanted to be a healer. So what made me originally want to be a healer? It honestly dates back to games like Overwatch, Battlefield, Killing Floor, Team Fortress 2, etc. I always found myself drawn to a support role in these games, and more specifically, the medic or healer role. It just always felt nice to help out my team in a way that made their gameplay experience more enjoyable. And after playing video games since I was a wee little lad, I realized how much more fun I had playing in a way that wasn't just hit bad guys until defeated, you know? There are plenty of other reasons, but maybe I'll leave that for another video. The next question is, what is your social security number? 12. That was a question from my buddy Frosty, and I just wanted to include it in here. Much love to you, brother. Next up, are you still planning on coming out with written guides for ESO healing? Yes, I sincerely apologize that it's taken me so long to get these out. I was actually working on them while Update 50 happened, so I had to redo all of the pure class builds that I had in there. I have a couple more build videos that I want to put out for you guys first, and then once I have those squared away, I'll put it all in written form in my Discord server for you guys. I'll probably make an announcement post or something like that when I end up getting those done. Up next, what made you want to get into ESO content creation? Well, funny enough, the very earliest fans of the channel, like when I was under 500 subs early, will probably remember that I actually started this as a variety channel. I covered everything from ESO to Destiny 2 to Overwatch to Marvel Rivals and even Dead by Daylight. Even back then, though, I think ESO was just special to me, and it must have showed in the content that I was putting out because before too long, my ESO videos were drastically outpacing all of the other content on my channel. So, I made the decision to double down on ESO, and I couldn't be more happy that I did, because I've really found a home with this game and this community. Up next, do you have any plans to cover The Elder Scrolls 6 when it comes out? As of right now, not really. I might play it on stream or something like that, but in terms of creating videos, ESO is my sole focus for the foreseeable future. If ZOS comes out and says, hey, ESO is done, we're not doing any more updates, then I'll have to explore other options for the channel, and maybe that's what I'll end up doing. But as of right now, though, this channel will continue to be exclusively an ESO channel. And up next, how long does it take to make a doc video? It mostly depends on what kind of video it is. Some things like quick guides or news stories can be done in a couple days if I work diligently, maybe even a day if I really lock in. Longer videos like builds or large guides could take several days or even a full week of working. It's definitely taking me a little longer than usual to get things out since becoming a new dad, but I feel like one or sometimes two videos and 1 or 2 streams per week has been a good pace for me that I plan to keep up going forward. And up next, what do you think is the best designed encounter for healers? That is a really good question. And honestly, I think I have to give it to Cloud Rest Plus 3. It just does such a good job of balancing things that makes healing fun. There's enough outgoing damage to keep group healers focused without being overwhelming. Kite healing here is very engaging and polished. The Baneful Mark gives a nice little heal check that requires you to put in a bit of effort without having to specifically build around it. I don't know, man. Cloud Rest, just to this day, is one of my favorite trials of all time, and I just think it's all around a very well designed trial that I never say no to when someone asks me to do it. And up next, coffee, tea, or energy drinks. The healer in me wants to tell you that I drink tea to get me going in the morning, but the guy who has to wake up at 5 a.m. for work with an 8-month-old will be honest and tell you that I have a steady supply of G Fuel that keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. I don't really drink soda, though, so I'm not getting much more caffeine than the scoop or two of G Fuel that I have in a day. And finally, what has been your favorite moment on YouTube so far? That is a very tough one because there's been a lot of amazing moments since becoming an ESO creator. I think my favorite, though, was the collaboration that I did with Jake Clips back when I was still under 1,000 subs. He had reached out to me about doing a collaboration for a tank and healer class tier list, and I was just over the moon. I was already a fan of his at the time, so the fact that he even knew who I was, let alone wanted to make a video with me, was just insane to me. The video was what helped me crest 1,000 subs and break into the YouTube Partner Program. He's an awesome dude, and we still chat every now and then just to say hey and catch up, and I bug him with questions. Jake, if you happen to see this, hey man, if you ever want to make another video or something, don't hesitate to let me know. Much love, brother. And I think that was all the questions that we had time for today. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions you've been dying to ask, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments or in my Discord server. Don't forget to check out the link in the description to follow me on stuff and join my Discord server. Before we head out, I also want to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members. Thank you guys as always, and I appreciate y'all. I think all I've got left to say is that I've been Doc. Take care of yourselves, be good to others. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers, and I will catch y'all in the next one.